Galloway's presents Tech Talk at 3 with Alan Goodyear from Synaptic. Okay, hi everyone and welcome to Galloway's Tech Talk at 3, and this afternoon I'm really pleased to be joined by Alan Goodyear, who's talking to us from Synaptic, a really good organisation, company that Galloway's have worked with for a long time, do some great assistive technology products for Android smartphones and tablets. And yeah, really pleased to have you here today, Alan. Welcome on board. Welcome to the Tech Talk at 3 train.
Yeah.
Welcome, climb on board.
I'm well on board, I think.
Excellent, yeah. Excellent. Well, over to you. You're going to tell us a little bit about. There's a lot of people on here today that probably might not be aware of what Synaptic is. Yeah. I know that we've got some people on here who are Synaptic users. So yeah, over to you.
Thank you. Okay, everybody. So hello, I'm Alan from Synaptic, as Andrew's already introduced. So I'm here today to give you a little talk about Synaptic, the product, the software, and what it does. If anybody's got any questions at any point during the demo, please just unmute yourself just to chip in. If you'd like to see me do any of the demonstration again, I'm happy to go over anything, but I would say leave your questions to the end if it's relating to any issues that you've got with your software or working your own device.
What we'll probably do, Al, is we'll probably we normally keep everyone muted just so it's easier to manage. Right. So maybe if anyone's got any questions, we could maybe nip back to them if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that all right?
We can do a questions and answers section at the end.
At the end, yeah.
And then if anybody wants to backtrack and go through anything again in a little bit more detail, I'll be happy to do that.
Brilliant.
For you.
Excellent stuff.
Okay.
Brilliant.
So I'm going to share a slideshow with everybody, and I'll read from it whatever's on there, just to start the ball rolling. Oh, I need to have the screen sharing option enabled.
Right. Okay.
If Louise is able to do that.
Yeah, I'm sure she will be able to. Yeah. Louise, can you do that for us? Hopefully she'll be able to. Be able to do it for us.
I was wondering why nothing was happening there.
Yeah, I think it'll.
That looks like it. That might be it. Yep, that's the one.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just sharing a slideshow with everybody now. It's just a welcome to Synaptic, and it's a brief overview that I'm going to be giving everybody a talk about the key benefits of using Synaptic. So I'm just going to work my way through the slideshow, and I'll read out everything that's on the screen to those who can't see what's up there. Okay, and then I'll move into a demo after about the 7th slide, and then we'll run through Synaptic on a device that I've got here in the office. Okay, so make it work. There we go. We've done introductions. Everybody knows who I am. So for those who don't know what Synaptic is, it's technology, mobile technology for people who have sight loss. And that's what we specialize in. So what we sell as a company is a range of Android phones and tablets and smartphones, which are powered by our Synaptic software. And these are devices suitable for a range of different budgets. They're available with different screens to maximize text size to fit neatly in a pocket or a bag, so they're convenient when you're out and about. It comes with pre-installed and configured software, which is fully set up and ready for you to use when you get your device. The software and the tablets and the phones come with 2 years of hardware warranty and 2 years of software updates as well. There is lifetime technical support on the product, so if you ever find that something's not working as it should or has worked in the past, you can give our office a call, and we have a designated support team there who will pick up your inquiry and help you with your issue. It doesn't matter how technical it is, we always try and get the issues solved for you. And then the software can also be purchased on its own as a standalone for people who have their own Android devices. as long as they're supported with our software. And at the moment, we say that's Android 6 and above, if anybody's thinking about purchasing the software at the end of the demo. Okay, so that's a little bit about Synaptic and what we sell. So Synaptic software gives people with sight loss a simple and easy way to use Android phones and tablets. That's the beauty of it. That's what it's designed to do. It includes human sounding speech and magnification on every screen. So it's suitable for any level of sight loss and can evolve with somebody even if their sight deteriorates or changes over time. It has simple and clear menus with bold icons, which makes Synaptic easy to navigate around, even if somebody's new to technology or lacks the confidence to give it a try. So don't be put off by thinking, oh, this is going to be a dead complicated product. All the menus that you see on the screen there on that little picture, they talk to you as you glide your finger down it, which I'll give you a demonstration of soon. And you can sort of learn for yourself how it works and how accessible it is. It also includes voice recognition, which reduces the need for typing or keyboard knowledge, and makes writing messages and other quick text quick and effortless. So that's a little bit about what it does. Who can use Synaptic? So that's the big question. So Synaptic is ideal for anybody who's blind and partially sighted. It's perfect for people who lack confidence to try the technology, who are afraid of, who've shied away from mobile phone technology, or for people who find it difficult to use and access other devices such as iPhones and iPads. And it's for people who want to remain independent, which is the big thing about Synaptic. It just gives people the freedom back that they might not have had through another device or another piece of technology. And it's also great for avoiding social isolation, so you can stay in touch with your friends, families, and your support network as well. So it's ideal for all those things. The benefits of using Synaptic. So the phones are portable. They can be taken just about anywhere. They have step-by-step menus to make it easy to find your way around the device without getting lost or pressing something accidentally. It enables you to communicate and stay in contact with the most important people in your life, and it helps you to retain your independence, making it easy to do tasks for yourself. And it opens up a world of communication and entertainment at your fingertips. So it's not just a mobile phone, it does a lot more than what a phone can do. So we break it down into three sort of segments: communication, entertainment, and remaining independent. So that's the three sort of functionalities of Synaptic. Communication part's very, very simple. That's making and receiving telephone calls, sending and receiving text messages, emails, and then using apps like WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Skype, and Zoom if you download those into the software. It also comes with an entertainment package and section, so you can listen to radio stations from around the world, tune into music and books, and also watch Freeview TV on there and listen to BBC iPlayer. You can also download Netflix, and we've got a link to YouTube, which you can tap into and do your own searches. And I'll give you a little demonstration on that in a little bit. So the remaining independent parts, just to say that it's easy to access websites and information, shopping and banking, and there's some brilliant resource tools within the software, such as a handheld magnifier and a portable reading machine as well. So it's a very useful piece of kit. It goes far beyond a normal sort of phone. Doesn't like me pressing the button. Okay, so this is a demo. I'm going to stop sharing that now, and I'm going to flick over to the actual phone, which is that one. I'll move my mouse out the way so it gives it a bit of space. So this is a Synaptic phone. Main menu, key guard. So if you were to get this out of the box, this is what you would see once you'd powered it up. It would load Synaptic up straight away onto the device, and it talks to you no matter what you do to it. When it's on the lock screen there, it'll give you the time and it'll give you the date. To unlock the phone and access the main menu, to do all the functionalities, you just swipe your screen, main menu, page 1 of 6, and then it opens up the main menu. To work the main menu, you simply slide your finger down the screen and it'll speak out to you everything that's on the page. So I'm just going to do that now as part of this demonstration.
Main menu, page 1 of 6. Make a call from your address book or dial a number. Text messages 1 unread. Skype, voice and video calls. Emails 1 unread. Next page of main menu. Main menu, page 2 of 6.
So just by holding my finger down along the page there and just navigating down, it reads out everything that's listed and it gives you instructions as to what they are. And then you can also go down the page to the next page of menus. There's quite a lot of menu pages there with different options on, depending on what you want to do with the device. So for the purposes of the example here, I'm just going to run through making a phone call. There's a few options to do that. So I'm just going to go back up the menu to the start.
WhatsApp, previous page of main menu. Main menu, page 1 of 6.
So nice bold writing in red there at the top, make a call option. And if you just, again, navigate your finger down.
Make a call from your address book or dial a number.
It talks to you and tells you exactly what the button does. So when you lift your finger up off the page or off the screen of the device, it will open up a separate menu there for you.
Make call menu, page 1 of 4.
And it'll open up a brand new menu on the device, which gives you the option to dial a number, access contacts from an address book, go into a recently contacted list, and then it also has further down the page some contacts that I've pre-saved onto this device, and I've put a star next to them to highlight the fact that they're a favorite contact, and they're obviously the most important contacts in your list, the one with a nice big star next to them. Okay, so for the purpose of this demo, as I said, I'm just going to make a phone call from the device just to demonstrate how that works through the keypad. That's going to be the first part of the demo, and then I'm going to work down to the address book, and I'm going to select a contact from there to make a call in a different manner. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll down now to dial a number.
Dial number, type in number. Number pad, dial number.
So when you dial a number using the keypad, it brings up a very large keypad. The keypad itself talks to you as well. So when you hover over the numbers or scroll around the page, keeping your finger pressed down, it'll talk to you and tell you which number that you're on the keypad. So I'm just going to demonstrate that now. I'm going to ring 150, which is the EE balance line. So I'm just going to do that now. So I'm going to start in any order, and just to demonstrate how this actually works.
3, 2, 1, 1.
Okay, so when you press the number on the screen and you lift your finger up, it'll populate it in the top there, and that just shows you that you've selected that option. As soon as you lift your finger up and it says 1, that means it's populated in the top there.
5, 5, 3, 6, 5, 8, 0, 0.
Okay, so I've selected 150 in the top there, and then to make a call, you simply navigate down the screen, or if you've got some vision, there's a green and a red box at the bottom of the screen there. You can tap on either of those, reds to cancel, greens to call. So I'm just going to navigate down the screen using my finger here.
2, 5, 8, 0. Dial the number.
Okay, so it tells you exactly what you're doing. When you lift your finger up, it'll jump straight into the phone call. And I'm just...
IEE. You can get help with your device and manage your account online. You can hang up and text support to 150,
okay.
and we'll send you everything you need to get started.
So there is a keypad there if you get any options in the call.
Call information. Call number pad.
So if you were ringing your doctors, for example, and you wanted to press option 1, option 2, option 3, you're able to do that within your call as well.
From 150.
That's my balance come through. Okay, and then to come out of that page, come out of that menu, you just press the red button there, or you press the little red cross at the top of the screen, and that'll take you back to the main menu. So it's as simple as that. If you know your phone numbers off by heart, you can either type them in yourself, or as in this next version of doing that, we're going to make a phone call from the address book instead, just to show you the variety of ways you can make a call.
Dial number, address book, Select contact, page 1 of 3.
Okay, so there's some pretty familiar names in there. So I'm just going to navigate my way down the list. As it runs through the list of contacts in the phone book, it reads out the name of everybody that's in there, and it also tells you their telephone number. So say, for example, I want to ring Charles, for example. I would simply scroll down the screen using my finger.
Filter contacts. Camilla 07960 647 592. Charles 07960 647 696.
Okay, so that's who I want to phone today. So I'm just going to lift my finger up off the screen, and it'll automatically jump into the telephone call to Charles. And unfortunately, Charles has got his phone switched off there. But there is a little button there at the top of the screen as well that you can navigate over, which is for loudspeaker.
Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Okay, I'm just going to end that call there, so I don't leave any voicemails.
1 of 3.
Okay, and that's how you make a call through the device. So it's really simple to use, dead intuitive, and very easy to navigate. So I'm just going to come back out of there and go back to the main menu for the second part of the demo.
Page 1 of 4. Main menu, page 1 of 6.
And then the next part, I'm going to send a text message. So to do that again, you navigate down the menu to the part that you want.
Previous page of main menu. Make a call from your address book. Text messages to unread.
Okay, so I want to send a text message. So I'm going to lift my finger up off this option to open up this menu.
Text menu, page 1 of 2.
And then I need to compose a message because I'm going to send one. So if I just glide my finger down the screen.
Previous page of text, compose new message.
And it talks to you and tells you what the options are again on every screen. So it's dead easy to use. And again, using that same functionality, when you lift your finger up,
New message, page 1 of 1.
it'll open up a new menu where you can send a text message. And you can either send a text message using a number through a keypad, like I showed you when sending it, making a telephone call, or you can select a contact from your address book. And if it's Christmas time, you can send messages to multiple people without the need of sending the same message singly to different people. So that's a very useful function as well. So I'm just going to demonstrate sending a text message to somebody from my address book. So I'm going to navigate down the page again.
Type number, type in number, address book, select contact to text from address book, select contact, page 1 of 3.
Okay, so let's say, for example, I'm going to send a text message to somebody a little bit further down the menu list here. So I'm going to go down the page again.
Filter, Camilla 07960, Charles 07960, Elizabeth 0749. Next page of select contact.
Okay, so I'm going to find somebody on the next page.
Page 2 of 3.
And I think I'm going to send a message to Harry today. So I'm just going to navigate down to Harry.
George 079, Harry 07960.
That's who I want. I'm going to lift my finger up off the page.
Keyboard, type message.
Okay, so a text message is a little bit different. So again, you have a couple of options here on how to send a text message. There's a little microphone button at the top right-hand corner of the screen there, which I'll come back to in a second. But the main option of sending a text message as standard comes up as a QWERTY keyboard on the screen. So if you navigate your finger around the page, it'll read out to you every letter that's on the page. So when you scroll over it, you'll know what you're on. And when you lift your finger up, it will input that data into the message itself, so you know what you've typed. So I'm just going to say a very simple message.
H, capital H, Y, T, R, E, E, O, L, 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 O, O.
Okay, and then again.
B, space, space. H, H, C, F, D, S, A, N, H, Y, T, R, 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 H, Y, Y.
Okay, so that's the message I'm going to send there. And then to send the message, just simply go to the yellow box
Send.
where it says send, and then that'll fire off to Harry.
Send text message.
it brings you up
Select
this
yes, no,
option.
or save
So you
page 1 of
can
1.
go back if you hit that button by mistake and edit it again. But for this demonstration, I'm just going to send it.
Yes. Message being sent.
Okay, and that's it away. That's it
New
gone.
message,
Simple
page
as
1 of
that.
1.
Okay, so I'm just going to go back a step.
Text menu,
I'm going to
page 1 of
compose
2.
a new message, but this time I'm going to use some voice control to eliminate the use of the keyboard.
Compose new message, page 1 of 1. Select contact, page 1, keyboard, type message.
Okay, so the last time we used the keyboard, this time I'm going back up to that little microphone option in the top right-hand corner. And if you scroll over the screen, it'll tell you what the options are at the top. So the cross is always to go back. It's a very simple setup on every page. It always has the title of the page in the middle. There's always a little help button if you ever get stuck, and there's a microphone. So I'm just going to hover over all of these options.
Cancel and go back. Type message, continue to hold to cancel and go back. Help. Speech recognition on off.
Okay, so to activate the speech recognition, you lift your finger up.
Speech recognition mode on, press speak button at bottom of screen, then start speaking.
That activates it and it gives you some instructions there to follow as well. So it's very intuitive and very useful. So I'm just going to speak what I wanted to speak. Hello, Harry.
Hello, Harry.
So it records what you speak, it types it into the text box there, and it also tells you what you've written. If you do want to go back to hear it again, you just press repeat, which is on the screen there. If you move your finger up from the bottom to the middle of the screen area.
Delete the words, repeat the words last spoken. Hello, Harry.
So if you're not happy with that, you can always delete it.
The words last spoken. Deleted hello, Harry.
And it tells you what you're doing on the screen. So it's very simple to use and very intuitive. So that's the sending of the text messages from the device. So I'm just going to go back again to the menu.
Discard changes.
And I'm going to
Select
discard
yes
the
or no,
changes.
Page 1 of text menu, page 1 of main menu, page 1 of 6.
Okay, so it's as simple as that to send a text message from the device. Oh. And then the next part. Is to show you some internet radio. So that's in the entertainments package, which I'll hover down to now. So that again, it's quite a way through all the menus on the main off the main menu. So I'm just going to navigate down to that.
Make a call. Text messages, Skype, email. Next page, main menu, page 2 of 6. WhatsApp, address book, calendar and alarm clock. Next page of main menu. Main menu, page 3 of 6. Voice memos. Notepad. Voice control. Camera. Next, main menu, page 4 of 6. Toolbox. Entertainment. Use entertainment menu. Select an option, page 1 of 2. So
from here, I'm just going to play some internet radio, just to show you some of the functionalities. You can listen to MP3s on here. There's internet radio. You can connect it to talking books as well. And there's some TV packages in there like UK TV, BBC iPlayer, YouTube, RSS News is in there as well. So it's a really nice little social hub for catching up on some TV and radio in there. So I'm just going to demonstrate for you now the internet radio.
Page 1 of music, internet radio. Please wait.
The internet signal's not the greatest in this part of the office, but it should slowly kick in.
Radio menu, page 1 of 1.
Okay, so you get some different search options in the radio menu. The easiest one is to search for stations or browse by country. So I'm just going to go to browse.
Search, browse, browse stations. Select country, page 1 of 13.
Okay, and I'm going to pick a UK station.
UK radio stations.
But it gives you lots of different nationalities to listen through.
Select region, page 1 of 7.
And I'm going to tune into BBC National there.
BBC Local, BBC National. Select station, page 1 of 8.
And BBC One's always popular, so I'm just going to navigate quickly down to that one.
BBC Radio 1. Connecting. Please wait.
And if your internet connection's good, because this operates through your Wi-Fi, it'll jump straight into some radio. There's a big button in the screen as well, so you can pause and replay the radio if you need to come out of it for any reason, or stop it through play. And then to navigate back again, you just press the little cross in the top left-hand corner. And I'll just demonstrate that. And it does talk to you as well, just to tell you what you're doing on the page.
BBC Radio 1. National BBC Radio 1. Stopped.
So it always tells you the functionality of what it's doing. And then if you navigate, it tells you that's the play pause button. So if you just tap that, it'll jump back into play again. Okay, so that's a little bit of the radio. I'm going to demonstrate a talking book as well. So I'm just coming back through the menus now. So if you get a talking book from the RNIB, we sell these little USB adapters which plug into the bottom of your phone, and you can connect a USB talking book to that. So I'm just going to show you how that works.
Into talking books and talking newspapers. Talking books and newspapers, page 1 of 1.
Okay, so that's the menu that you would load up for your talking book. When you're ready to use it, you just plug the device into your phone, which is all fired up there now, ready to go. And then I want to play the talking book from the memory stick. So there's a list of little options on this screen, and the memory stick's the one I'm going to select, which is the first option there.
Memory stick, play from memory stick. Track 1 of 5. Charles Dickens, 01 Marley's Ghost, 00 minutes 20 seconds of 43 minutes 57 seconds.
So it tells you how long the talking book is. It does a brief little introduction to say what it is, and then there's some options to play the talking book as well on this page. So it's, if you scroll down with your finger, if you've got limited sight, you can scroll down.
1 of 5. Charles Dickens, 01, play, pause.
Okay. And then if you lift your finger up off the button,
Marley was dead.
it jumps into play for you.
There's no doubt whatever about that. The register of his burial was signed by the
Track
clergyman
1,
and the clerk
play,
of the
pause.
undertaker.
Okay, so I'm just going to pause that, and that's basically how your talking books would work as well. And then to go back to the main menu, press again the little cross there in the top left-hand corner.
Talking books and newspapers, entertainment menu. Select next page of entertainment.
So the next part in the entertainment menu that I'd like to show you is the BBC iPlayer. So I'm just going to go to BBC iPlayer on here.
BBC iPlayer for USB disconnected. iPlayer menu, TV or radio, page 1 of 1.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the iTV player.
TV, iPlayer TV, iPlayer TV.
And I'm just going to go down to BBC 2.
BBC 1, BBC 2.
And as you use your finger to scroll down the screen, it reads out again all the options that are there for you.
BBC 2, select date, page 1 of 2.
So I'm just going to navigate down the menu, so you can listen to TV from today.
2020.
You can listen to yesterday, or you can go back through a long list of pre-recorded TV. So I'm going to lift my finger up off this option here.
Loading programs. Please wait.
And again, it's dependent on internet connection. Oh, check internet. Yeah, I might not be able to get a signal in this part of the office because it's one of those black hole areas that doesn't get signal. I'll just try it again.
Select date, page 1 of 2. Today, yesterday. Loading programs. Please wait.
There we go. So it does load up a range of different TV programs that you can scroll up and down. There's lots of variety on here.
iPlayer programs, iPlayer programs, page 1 of 7.
So I'm just going to go to the repair shop.
Repair shop, series 5, episode 27. The landscape view. Please wait.
Again, the internet connection's just a little bit slow, but it is loading up there.
Welcome to the repair shop, where precious but fading treasures, it's a bit of a sorry state, are restored to their former glory.
And again, to come back out of your TV, there's the little cross in the corner there that you can navigate to. So if you hold your finger on the screen, navigate across.
Loading programs.
You can come out of it again.
iPlayer programs, page 1 of 7.
And it takes you back to the menu before. Okay, so that's a little bit of the interactive and entertainments package on there. So the next part I'm going to show you is some accessing websites for a little bit of internet browsing. So I'm just going to quickly go into internet.
Main menu, page 3 of 6. Main menu, page 5.
Which is web browser. So you would scroll down till you found your web browser.
Web browser. Web browser menu, page 1 of 2.
And if you want to search the internet for anything, you just go to your option for search. You can type a website address in there. You can set a home page, and you can also put some favorites in there as well. So I'm just going to search something on the internet.
Search the web. Please type in your search words.
And
speech recognition mode on.
It's got speech recognition mode on still from the time that we sent the text message. You can have that running in the background all the time, or you can operate off the keypad if you want, just by flicking that option off by pressing the microphone.
Text. Speech recognition on off. Speech recognition mode off.
Okay, so I'll take that off there, and I'll just do a quick search for cats. So I'm just going to scroll around the screen till I can find cats.
K, B, B, C,
So C.
C, A, F, A, Y, T, T, B, H, G, F, D, S, S,
And then I'm going to navigate down to search.
G, C, X,
Search.
And this will bring up an internet
Browser
search
page 1 of
for cats. So it brings up lots of different options that you can click into. So Cats the film.
Cats 2019 film. Jellicle Cats en.wikipedia.org.
And it reads out all the options that it can bring up as well.
Wikipedia. Next page of web browser search. Web browser search page 2 of 4. Francesca Cats new trailer. YouTube www.youtube.com. Watch www.youtube.com.
Okay, so say you wanted to watch a YouTube video on the new Cats film, you just lift your finger up off the page.
Service app is running in background. Please wait. Please wait.
It should load up the internet there.
https://www.youtube.com/watch%3fv%3tgnc10q webview.
It didn't like that option. So I'm just going to go back a stage there.
Back. Web browser search page 2 of 4.
I'll just try something else
Web
off there.
browser search. Cats 2019 film. Wikipedia. Please wait.
Could be the internet connection in the office. I'll just move that a little bit over there because it seemed to pick things up before. There we go.
Synaptic.
So that's worked there now, where you can
Cats
see.
2019 film, Wikipedia. Web view.
Cats 2019 film. Wikipedia. Loaded. Use the volume keys or swipe screen left and right to explore the page.
Okay, so that's giving you some instructions now that you're on the internet on how to navigate around. So on the side of the phone, there are some little buttons there for the volume. You can move those up and down to navigate around the page.
Portrait.
So for example, I'm just going to press down and that'll navigate
Cancel
across.
and go back. Web. Help. Web browser mode. Long back. Show previous page. Cats 2019 film, Wikipedia. Web view. Open main menu. Button. Open main menu.
So it basically goes down a website, scrolling through lots of different parts of the HTML code. Because this is operating now outside of Synaptic, it'll read everything that you sort of touch on a web page and tell you what it is, if it's got the HTML code behind it. So it is quite a...
Wikipedia. Link. Search. Button. Wiki loves monuments. Photograph a monument. Help Wikipedia and win. Learn. Wiki loves monuments. Photograph. Learn more. Hide. Cats 2019 language. Button. Watch.
You can also use your finger as well to scroll around the page, and it should do the same functions there.
Wiki loves monuments. Photograph. Cats 2019 film. Cat. Link. See also.
and it reads out everything that's on the web page for you as well. So that's a little example of how the internet works on the device.
Web browser search page 1 of 4. Web browser menu.
So it's dead easy to navigate around, and it's good for shopping and mobile banking and things like that if you use those features. So the last part of the little demo here is to show you some of the toolbox functionalities within Synaptic, which are probably the most useful to people. So I'm just going to go back into the main menu and access my toolbox.
Main menu, page 4 of 6. Previous toolbox, magnifier, reading machine, etc. Toolbox menu, page 1 of 4.
Okay, so the toolbox contains some really good features like Be My Eyes, magnifier and a reading machine. There's some other things in there like a color identifier tool, and also it's the place where you can download apps through Synaptic now through the Play Store. So I'll do a little demo. I'll show you a little bit about the Play Store in a moment, but I'm going to quickly show you the magnifier and the reading machine.
Toolbox menu, page 1 of 4.
So again, to access the magnifier, if you haven't got any vision, you would just put your finger on the page.
Toolbox menu, page 1 of 4, continued previous page of.
And you would navigate down till you got to the option that you wanted.
Weather, current, and magnifier. Magnifier menu, page 1 of 2.
Okay, and again, I want to use the magnifier, so that's the option I'm going to click into here.
Use magnifier. Magnifier. Use volume keys to zoom. Touch screen to focus. Zoom level 1.
Now it's looking blue because it's a preset that I've had on there. So I'm just going to...
Black on blue enhanced 1.
It'll save your previous setting. So if I bring up a document now, you can change the color of the text or the background that you're looking at.
Black on blue enhanced 2. Grayscale. Negative.
So it brings up a lot of different options.
Yellow on black enhanced 1.
And a lot of different colors. And again, you have a zoom functionality if you can pinch the screen to zoom in on areas, and you can just move the magnifier around the page to read bits off there if you want to do it that way. You can zoom out, so you can select a larger area of text. Make sure it's focused, and if you use the little hand button at the bottom of the screen, it'll take a still of what's there. And again, there's lots of different options on here. You can scroll around, and if you press this button here with a little microphone on, it'll read what's on the page.
Processing image. Please wait. Multiple pages. However, this in one court highlights that pupils need to be taught how to be discerning and wise cons of technology. By the teachers, a long oversight in many schools, and vital in the world of Toda it is becoming.
Okay, so that's a little demo on the magnifier. Because I didn't select a full paragraph left to right, it sounded a little bit garbled. But if you get it right, it'll read word perfect, whatever you capture on the screen.
Frozen.
So that's a little bit better there. That's got more of the font in. I'm just going to demonstrate that again just with the
processing image. Please wait.
The microphone there.
Multiple pages. However, this in fact highlights that pupils need to be taught how to be discerning and wise.
So if you get the text perfectly focused on there, depending on which option you use in the color settings, it'll read everything out word perfect to you. There is a little option at the top there that says read all, which you can again navigate around the screen.
Read all text.
And it'll read out to you everything on the page. There is a help button as well on every page within Synaptic. So if you ever get confused or lost, you can press on that.
Help. User manual and training videos, page 1 of 1.
So it tells you exactly how to operate the magnifying tool.
Document. Eccentric reading and line view mode. Read message.
So I'm just going to read this one.
Help. message or text. This screen allows you to read a message or some text page by page. If there is more text than can fit on one page, use the up and down arrows to move between pages. When you move to a new page, it will be spoken automatically. Page, just touch the screen. To silence and stop the voice, just tap the title at the top middle of the...
Okay, so every sort of functionality within Synaptic comes with help and instructions. So it's really useful if you ever get stuck somewhere. You can always click on that without the need of using our support line. That's just another little option there as well. So I'm just going to come back out of here.
Magnifier, portrait, unfrozen.
So the difference between the magnifier and the reading machine is you can't change the colors. You can't add anything extra in there, like the torch, which we've got here, just to highlight the page to make it clearer. Everything's designed to be as easy and user-friendly as possible with the software. I'm just going to turn the torch off, and I'll come back out of there, and I'll show you the reading machine.
Toolbox menu, page 1 of 4. Be my eye, weather, magnifier, reading machine, reading machine.
I'm just going to turn that up a little bit.
Page 1 of 1.
It's a little bit quiet, so I'm just going to turn that up. There we go. So I'm just going to, there's a few options within the reading machine. So if you get a bank statement, for example, and you wanted it to read left to right without going down a column, you would press ignore columns and it would read your bank statement out for you, or an invoice. But for this purpose, because I'm looking at some paragraphs here on a page, I'm just going to press it into normal mode.
Normal mode. Camera. Touch screen to take photo of text. Touch screen to take photo.
So this operates as it's just told you. You hover the camera above the text, and as long as you've got most of it in, you just press the screen.
Processing image.
It does an autofocus.
Multiple pages. However, this in fact highlights that pupils need to be taught how to be discerning and wise consumers of technology by the teachers, a long overdue task in many schools, and vital in the world of today. It is becoming more evident that schools must support and educate pupils to...
Okay, so that's just an example of the reading machine is there. It's very similar to the magnifier, but obviously you don't get the functions that I spoke to you about just a few minutes ago.
Reading machine. Select Toolbox menu, page 1 of 4.
Okay, so that's a little bit about the Toolbox. And Be My Eyes is a really good option as well for you on there. If you're ever out and about and you're in a supermarket, for example, and you can't see what's on a shelf, or if you're at home and you need some help with something, you can click on this and there'll be a volunteer at the other end of the video who, once you've pointed your camera at what you're looking at, they will be able to help you with whatever you're looking at and guide you through what you're doing if you need any remote assistance. So that's really useful as well. So I'm just going to go back to the sharing screen. That's the end of that little demonstration there. And I'm going to switch my cameras back to me. Oops. There we go. And then I'm going to go back onto share and bring up my sharing screen. There we go. Lovely. So Synaptic, you can try for yourself. You can download a free trial off the internet if anybody's interested in doing that. It has to be done to an Android device, version 6 or above. You can also get in contact with your local blind society or charity who may have some of our kit that they can demonstrate or loan to you for a short period of time. And you can also see if your local charity is doing face-to-face demos or viewings now as well. With COVID, it's been a little bit difficult for everybody to get around their local community centres. A lot of people have been put on hold. So again, it's worth asking and worth a try just to reach out to them if you're interested in the technology. You can also contact us directly and we'll be able to talk you through any devices that might be suitable for you. We've got a range of stuff in our product brochure and I'm happy to talk anybody through any of the tech that we've got. Here's our details if anybody would like to find out more. So our contact number's there. our email address as well, and our website address, where you can download the free trial of Synaptic. It does last for 15 days. At the end of that 15 days, you can then trial it again if you wish to, or you can make a purchase of the software, or you can buy a device with Synaptic on it from us directly. Okay, and then that is basically the end of my presentation.
Tell you what, really good stuff.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah.
You don't stop for air or a drink doing the presentation, so you get a bit of a
no, you
groggy
don't.
throat.
You don't. But yeah, really good presentation that you've done there of some of the core features of Synaptic. I mean, I've been using Synaptic now, but demonstrating it to people for a number of years, and it's got better and better and better. Especially the magnifier and the reading machine function, and I think it's it's ease of use and the way it can be adapted for people, with the text sizes and the colors, things like that. And I think it's made real strides forward with integrating people into using Android. So using the default software on a Samsung to Android tablet, and it even, I mean, do you know what? For me, the real thinking outside the box, which I thought was a wonderful idea, was using the volume buttons to scroll up and down the screen with the speech when you're on a website. I think that's absolutely a brilliant idea, and using that just for people that maybe aren't so confident at first using the touch screen once they use Android. But yeah, absolutely, really good demonstration, and it's good that people can trial it on their own device if they've got one already as well.
If you don't have an Android device, you're more than welcome to make a purchase of a copy of Synaptic from ourselves, and we'll send you out a device to try for 14 days as well. So there's always that option to think about as well.
Yeah, I think the other good thing is that it goes all the way back to Android version 6, which is quite a long time ago. So it's good that people can, obviously you can still get a try of it. I think it's probably notable that some of the features might not be, the Synaptic features might not be available if you're using version 6, but at least you can try it and you can give it a go for yourself.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. So
the next part is questions, really, if anybody has any questions.
I'm sure there will be.
I'm sure there will be. Ready.
Absolutely. I think Louise is just going to take the host back. And what she'll do is she'll mute everyone.
I've already done that.
There we go.
Done that already.
Brilliant. Have we got any questions in the chat box area there, Louise?
There's one off Key. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Does TV have an ad ? And can you use speech to send email or text?
Oh, I didn't. Yes, you can use speech to send text messages and emails using the little microphone in the top the top right-hand corner.
I think as when I've used it, you can use the speech literally all over the device. Anytime the keyboard comes up, really, you can use the speech side of things as well. What was that about the ad, the TV bit?
Does TV have ad?
I don't know what that means.
I don't
it doesn't have adverts on it.
That's what you mean, Key. Maybe it means adverts.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, with all stuff.
Hello, audio descriptions.
Sorry.
Audio.
Sorry, that's me.
Eddie, audio description. Yeah.
Sorry, that's my bad.
I don't know if it does or not, to be fair.
I think when I've used it, because it uses the BBC Iplayer and it uses a couple of different services, doesn't it?
It does.
As long as they've got the AD enabled, I've definitely heard AD through Synaptic, so it definitely does have the AD
Alan,
side of things.
Can I just say that Synaptic was recommended to me by Andrew, our host, and I think it is absolutely fantastic.
Oh, that's good. Good to hear.
Yeah, one of our pro users there, Ted from Chorley, been using it quite a while now, haven't you, Ted?
I have indeed, yeah. And any problem at all, if a problem does occur, it's easy enough to get on the phone, and within a matter of couple of minutes, you can be put through to one of the chaps who knows all about it. And believe me, at this moment in time, I can't even think of their names. But the service is good.
They're all very helpful, aren't they? That's the main thing, that you can always get in touch. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Like I say, our support team is amazing, and we get a lot of calls on a daily basis. It is a one-man help team, but
that's why
it's always poor Brett. So anybody that's got any issues,
I've never rung it. So how long do you have to wait in the queue? So because I do have other friends that use this.
It does depend on Brett's call scheduling for the day, because like we do take a lot of calls from people who are struggling, and we'll always raise a ticket for that individual, and then Brett will always get back to them, hopefully within the same day, depending on when they've called and how busy his schedule is.
I think
right. And how did it fare during lockdown? Because you would have had a demand for that, because people can't go anywhere, would you know?
Well, again, it just depends on the usage of their devices, really. Over the last couple of days, it's been quite quiet, but previous weeks it's been very busy.
I think it's fair to say that anytime you've got like a technical issue, and even when I've had a technical issue trying to help somebody at Galloway's, sometimes I like to try and find out what the problem is myself. But if I haven't got time, I'll just be like, I'm just going to ring Synaptic and get them to sort it out. And it's always been quite a quick service, or someone's already rang me back. I think sometimes people get confused between technical issues and training. And I think the training side of it, just to clarify, because I'm not sure whether you mentioned it, do you still offer the an hour of training initially?
Yes. So if you buy a new device from us, or you buy the software from us, we give you an hour's worth of free training through Henshaw's, who are our national training provider on Synaptic now. So they would give you an hour's slot, and they'd go through any issues that you're struggling with.
Right, got you. Yeah. So that's an ideal thing for you to do. I think and again, you've obviously gone to the lengths as well, in terms of there's training material actually built into the software.
Yeah.
On every single page, nearly every single page there's a help button there, which takes you to the relevant help for that particular section of the software you're currently in. And I'm always telling people that hit that help button, it'll tell you how to use it. If you're struggling, hit the question mark, and all the info's in there. And that can really help. So I think you've got a long way to build all that in, so people have got the support they need on the fly, really.
There's also remote help as well. So if people get really stuck and they have limited vision, we can remote into the devices as well, there's a little life ring in the on one of the help screens as well. If you get super stuck, and you can press that, and we can remote into the device and then take over from there. So there's loads of support that comes with the actual technology.
Excellent, brilliant. Has anybody else got any questions?
I have. I believe you've added Zoom to it. How does that work? Because somebody asked me a question about Zoom relating to Synaptic, and I thought, well, I don't remember Zoom. I thought it must have been added because of lockdown.
Well, Zoom itself's an app. So if you go into your Play Store on your Synaptic, you can download Zoom and set it up yourself.
All right. So it's got I see. So it's one of those where there's an icon for it in Synaptic, but it comes out of Synaptic to go into Zoom.
That's right.
Right, and then goes back it shells back into Synaptic after they've done with it.
It does, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
You can actually access it. So someone sends you a Zoom link on an
everybody,
email. You can
I'm going to
access.
have to leave you now.
See you,
Thank you very
Ted.
much indeed, Alan, for your
No problem. Thank you.
job.
Cheers, Ted.
Yeah, it was
So
a
yeah,
good job.
just,
See you, Andrew.
See
Yeah.
ya.
cheers,
Bye.
Ted. So just on that point, that
See you. See
bye,
everybody.
bye, Ted. Just on that
Bye-bye.
point,
Bye-bye.
just that point that David was making there. Yeah, basically, David, I found that if you get an email invite to a Zoom event as well on Synaptic, you can navigate to the links option instead of reading the email. If you go to the link,
Andrew,
you can get the link invite, and it actually logs
Andrew?
you into a Zoom meeting.
Hello,
Bob. Go for it, Bob. I can hear you, Bob. Can Bob hear us?
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Right.
we can hear you. Yeah.
Right. All I was going to say is that I'm actually watching this program on Zoom now on my Synaptic tablet. Yeah.
Oh,
and
you're
it's
on your Synaptic. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That's
I
excellent
actually
stuff.
set it myself yesterday, Zoom between two of my devices. So I think it was this
Swipe
one.
screen left, right to unlock.
So
Time 4:07 p.m. Thursday, 17 September.
if you see on the screen there,
yeah.
I've actually set up Zoom into the main menu there. And again, as Andrew was saying there, every time somebody sends you a request to activate Zoom, you go into your emails, and if you scroll down your emails into your inbox, it'll come up with a Zoom. I don't know where the camera is. It's quite difficult now.
There you go. We can see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we can see that, Philip.
It brings you up a message there.
Yeah.
But if you click onto that message, you can read the email in plain text.
Yeah.
Or it has attachments or links that you want to click on.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So if you go into your links folder.
Oh, I didn't know there was a separate links folder.
There is, yeah. Because
That's obviously been added. That's obviously been added.
You would go in there and just tap on the link.
Oh, right.
And that would take you straight into your Zoom call.
That link folder's been there for a while, David, I can tell you.
Has he?
Yeah.
It's just a bit since I've seen. It's just a bit. I know there's always persistent problems with attachments on Synaptic.
Yeah, that's because they're broken up between.
About the handling of attachments.
They're broken up between regular plain text, and the attachments go into a separate area. So when it's reading from the screen, it doesn't confuse it. Because a link's got a lot of code in it.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it? Yeah.
So it's just to make it clearer, to make the English clearer when it's reading out messages that you get sent.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense. Brilliant.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions there?
Yes, Key here. What's the price for another 2 years of to carry on?
Yeah. So the updates packages start from £65 for an additional 2 years. There's a 5-year option as well for £125, or you can take out a lifetime sort of updates package for £199.
That's quite worth it, that, isn't it? If it's something you're going to carry on with for the foreseeable.
So even if your phone device becomes old and you want to upgrade that, if you've got the unlimited package, you could transfer it over to a brand new device without incurring any additional sort of fees.
Yeah. I think as well, it's fair to say, isn't it, Alan, that over the past couple of years, Synaptics had to keep at times reinventing itself because of the changes that Google make to Android, and if you're wondering where your money goes, it's to develop and keep that software up to date and working with apps, with Android apps, and that I suppose at times that can be a challenge, because as soon as Google bring out the new version of Android, that can throw up a lot of problems, can't it? And then you have to tackle them and fix them all. So and you're pretty quick at doing that as well. I think another thing that I know was probably an issue for a long time, and now it's kind of we've got it now, is the keypad. When you make a phone call to an automized phone system. And there was I think there was an issue with Google allowing you access to that function on any Android device, and and now you've cracked that one as well. So
you have indeed.
People, if you want one for the fish store, or two for the butchers, or free
Oh
for
yeah.
you can do it. So it's all sorted. But I know that was a really welcome thing when that came out. Just to make an observation, Alan, in my time as an assistive technology coordinator, I've seen a lot of people put off by technology, scared of using technology, going straight for a mainstream device like an Android or like an Apple device. They found that too much of a challenge, not because of their ability, but sometimes because of the information on the screen. It can be quite overwhelming. Synaptic's done so much for a lot of people that I've supported. It's actually got them into using technology, and then further down the line, it's actually got them using Android and using mainstream tech. And I think that's a really important thing about Synaptic, is that you're actively encouraging people to eventually use a bit of both, and you make use of Android as well as using Synaptic. And I think that's a really, really good value to have, it's giving people the confidence to move forward.
You can use your Android phone as well outside of Synaptic. So Synaptic can be disabled on the devices as well. If you decided you wanted to use it as a share phone between family members, you can come out of Synaptic and your Android phone will be there to use as a standard sort of phone as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know whether to do that primarily for demonstration purposes, learn so that, because it's expensive to have both the Synaptic, to have everything. You can't have every single thing under the sun to demonstrate to blind people,
No.
So
we specialize in the software.
Yeah. I think another brilliant development was Synaptic Reader as well, which was an alternative to TalkBack. And again, that's been, as I was saying before, with the volume buttons, being able to use Synaptic Reader with the volume buttons within Android, so that you don't have to touch the touch screen. And also, so you leave Synaptic, you go straight to an Android app, and the speech is there continuously, instead of having to activate the speech. Because that's something I remember. I remember that you would have to leave an Android, you'd have to leave Synaptic, and then you would use a shortcut to enable TalkBack, for instance. You don't have to do that anymore now. You go from Synaptic to Android, Android to Synaptic, and the speech is there throughout. There's no messing around anymore with shortcuts and things like that. So it's definitely come on a really, really long way, and we look forward to introducing more and more people to Synaptic for sure.
Yeah, I'll say as well, you don't have to have the options as displayed on the screen that I've shown you there. You can customize the menus. You can get rid of the speech overwrite as well. So you don't have to have somebody telling you what all the options are on the screen as you're going through the phone. So it is very customizable as well.
Absolutely. Actually, I mean, for me, I actually think as well that this primarily is for people with a visual impairment, but I think it's also got a lot of uses for people. I think anyone really, anyone that's a bit worried or scared of.
Sort of, not techie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anybody. I wondered if it helped people with other disabilities, like learning disabilities, where reading's not so good, or dyslexia.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think it's very good for people of my generation who are not computer minded. It's so easy to use the text. When I use mine, people, friends of mine will say, "Oh, that's good. How do you do that?" And it's so easy.
Is that Margaret? Margaret, welcome. How are you doing, Margaret? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm all right, thanks.
Margaret won't mind me saying that when Margaret's been using Zoom now for quite a few months, haven't you, Margaret? But
I can use it now. I can do it through Synaptic with just pressing the blue. Pressing the blue email.
That's right. You remember? Remember we were doing it over the phone, and it was getting a bit difficult. And you were like, "I'll try next week." And then we had a meeting, and 5 minutes later, Margaret popped up on the Zoom, and she went, "I've done it. I've done it myself. I've got myself on here."
You achieved something.
Absolutely.
Connected to the modern world. I'll just give you a little background as well. I've been working for the company just over a month now, and I've had to learn the technology myself as well. Sometimes I struggle with aspects of it, but as I go through it, it is so easy, and you can't go wrong with the back buttons and the back presses. I've learned the software from scratch. I'm not really a guru on tech myself. I'm a bit of a dinosaur when it comes to technology. I like Windows XP and the old sort of software back at home. So
legacy, eh?
It is, yeah.
Yay.
Giving my age away.
Absolutely.
Can
Can I ask
At
Alan?
least they were reliable and weren't plagued with updates like Windows 10.
There's always updates to Synaptic.
Always.
Yeah, but
Always.
they don't, and that's another thing. Has the update been done for BBC iPlayer? There was a long-running problem with BBC iPlayer, wasn't there?
Right. With apps external and with links external to Synaptic, they sometimes change. So if you've got an issue with them, we would look at the links to see if they've changed, and then we'd make an update.
Right. So do they let you know if they're changing it?
No, they don't.
Yeah.
We find out from the users.
Yeah.
Ah.
This is what I was saying before about having to catch up with Google and having to catch up with all the big mainstream apps out there. When they change, then obviously then Synaptic have got to change and react. So there's the reaction process, isn't there, to making sure everything stays compatible. You know, always very quick at doing that. I must say, in my experience and my time. Somebody else had a question there, I think.
Can I ask Alan, what other apps do you have in the Synaptics Play Store to download?
Well, Synaptic's Play Store, it links to Google Play Store, so you can download any app you wanted to, David.
Okay, so you don't have to go into Android to download them.
No,
you
you
just
don't.
download them through the Synaptics Play Store. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Made nice and easy.
I've got another question. Is there any shortcut to launch your favourite apps like Be My Eyes?
There is, so you can customize the menus within the phone. As I showed you before, I've moved Zoom onto the main menu.
Yeah.
And in the settings on the device, there's a way to do that. So you can just add an app, or you can change the menus up and down to put what you want where you think they're going to be more beneficial to you.
Yeah. And if you go into Be My Eyes and you go to specialized help, you'll find Galloway's support through sight loss in there as well, just so that you know that. Just had to throw that one in there. Hashtag Galloway's. So no, that's been a really good thing to be able to move menu items around. And also be able to move actually apps around as well, like because I remember when the app drawer app launcher came in, and now you can pick any of those apps up, move them around, put them where you want, so that does make things a lot quicker. Done that for a few people in my time.
Yeah, it can be a difficult process as well, so if you ever need help moving things around, give us a call and we'll be able to do that either remotely, or we can talk you through how to do it.
Excellent. Right, I think we'll take one more question because I'm just looking at the time. I told you, Alan, we'd have loads of questions for you. Has anyone got a final question they want to ask? A really good question. Let's have a good one. If anyone's got any.
Me again.
Go on, Key.
I remember saying something about Synaptic. Now that when you touch the screen, there's a delay when you touch it. Can that be adjusted? Like someone's got difficult with their hands.
Right. You can change options within there, so you can have double tap functions on pressing things. So it'll still read it out, but to activate it, you double press rather than lift your finger off. And I think there might be a single tap option in there as well.
There's one that counts down. If you keep your finger on, and then it'll go 3, 2, 1, and then it'll take you to and it'll take you to like the following menu. That's pretty good as well.
So there's lots of things you can customize.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Gary. Thank you.
I'll tell you one thing as well. I'd probably say we were talking on our our Tuesday Tech Social on Tuesday about smartphones and tablets and the importance of having a keyboard when you're visually impaired. So probably a good thing to say is that, you know, Synaptic works really well with a keyboard as well, like a physical Bluetooth keyboard.
We do supply those as
which
well.
you can buy. You can buy them, can't you, from yourselves, and it makes a huge difference. Just talking about using products like Android and Apple and stuff like that, and even with a smartphone, trying to get around the keyboard, it's great if you've just got an external keyboard that you just get out on the train or get out wherever you are, and suddenly you've got a physical thing that you can use instead of using the touch screen, or if you don't want to use the voice dictation because you don't want people to hear you. I think is a really good point to make as well. So some really good questions there, guys, today. It's been a really informative session. Great presentation. You know, really well put together, Alan. We all really enjoyed it. Alan, thanks very much for joining us today on Tech Talk at 3. It's been really great having you join us, and we'll have to get you on here again soon. Give us an update on things. But thanks very much. And just before you go, if people want to find out more, what's the website? If people want to get on the website and just find out a little bit more.
Synaptic.com.
There you go. Synaptic.com.
Nice and simple.
Excellent. You'll be able to catch this video on our YouTube channel, Galloway's Blind. I'll also be sending it out on the mailing list, and you'll also be able to catch it on our Facebook page, which is the Galloway's Technology Group. Just search for that on Facebook. Okay, guys, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Thanks,
Alan.
everybody.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Galloway's, support through sight loss.